Hey guys, and welcome to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after show on the stream.tv. Thanks for sticking around and joining us. Starting a bit late, but it was worth it after tonight's episode. If you're joining us live, get those questions in the chat. If you're catching us in the week, make sure to use the hashtag AOSAS to join the conversation. I am joined, as always, by Daniel Jerome. One of these days he will talk at the intro. And Sarah Carey, both who are from that hashtag show.
Whoop, whoop.
So, guys, initial thoughts on the episode. What did you think?
Oh my gosh. Seriously, the ending just, there was so much happening. There was love in the air, there was action, there was drama, I had feels.
Many feels.
So many things happening right there, and I don't know how I feel about it. I'm at a loss for words.
Sarah?
I feel like they just keep setting the bar higher and higher every week. The episodes are getting better and better. This episode alone, like you said, so many feels, so many things happened.
See?
I think this episode broke Sarah.
Maybe. Fitzsimmons, can I just say that? Fitzsimmons.
When they kissed.
It was like we all kissed.
It was like
Which is weird.
The earth moved.
The earth moved when they kissed.
Oh, because it,
And he made an adult joke.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, he did make a good joke. He made a good joke.
I thought there was so much good about this, but I have to be honest. Going into this episode, I can't stand these kinds of storylines because they're used a lot in the comics. And this is the mind control where it screws up the team dynamic and everyone doesn't trust each other. Because then you always have the obligatory next few issues or next few comics where it's, well, we have to rebuild what was broken, and it just. So, knowing that going into what this was, I knew they had to do it this season because of who
the villain,
the Hive is.
Yeah.
But it just, I have so much, I have so many feels and not good feels. But that being said, so much good stuff did happen in this episode.
Oh yeah.
So, but let's get into it. The state of the team at the start of the episode.
So last week it ended with the ship being taken. Right?
Yeah.
And calling into arms her secret
warriors. Yeah.
So that's where we pick it up. And I think that's awesome. What a great setup. And I loved that Yo-Yo was practicing her English to on the bus. And then she used it on Mac. Like, that's adorable. And then I always forget his name. What is his name?
Joey.
Joey. Thank you for that character. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Honestly.
All of the secret warriors that they've been bringing in have been. I mean, Yo-Yo and Joey right now. Love them. They're fantastic. And
I love that he was on a date, and then his watch goes off. He's like, oh, sorry, don't got time for that now.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, I'm too casual. And just left.
He's too cash.
It's but I felt bad for the guy. It's like, can I still go up?
The guy honestly was kind of like, I'll wait for you.
What are you doing? Are you going to be back in a few minutes?
Are you just running to get a snack?
Are you feeding the meter?
Are you going to get pizza? Wait, no, gay guys don't eat pizza. Let's just be real. I'm just kidding. It's not true. Sushi.
But everything about that intro sequence where the team is coming together. I mean, Daisy even says later on, I had to get the band back together. Nice Blues Brothers reference. But the Apple Watch product placement was great.
Oh yeah.
It's like, okay, that's a good use of an Apple product in this world.
Absolutely.
I love that whole sequence. And then they just go. They don't waste time on showing us picking them up. It was like, they're just on the plane.
Exactly. We didn't need that extra exposition. They just did it.
And then
cut away.
They pull off a pretty daring rescue and just get out of there.
While kidnapping Malik.
Yeah.
They did what they came for.
This plan just felt solid, and they executed very well.
I agree.
Yeah, I think they did a great job. I mean, and also, Joey killed someone, guys.
Joey killed someone.
That escalated very quickly. That was just, and then after he realized it, oh no, he's stoned. What?
He didn't pardon the phrase freeze up. I mean,
no.
He's like, okay, things are going south. What can I do? How should I act? And this is a great thing about all the characters is we're seeing them grow with their powers. How Lincoln was using his electrical kind of static charge as like a whip.
Oh,
Yeah,
to, like,
that was
flip people
so
around.
cool.
He's being creative. They're all being innovative with how they're using their abilities, and I think that's credit to the writers, but just a credit to the show. So, would like to have seen more of Daisy using her powers, but she got to blow up a wall, and
Yeah, it's okay.
she got to do the big entrance with the blowing up the wall and them stepping through, and then
And then
I thought it was
pause.
a really cool use for Joey's power, like, because he melts stuff. He just makes things really hot. But then he got to use like a heat shield, so he like used ultimate humidity, is what I felt
Ultimate
like.
humidity.
Right?
Your hair is ruined. It was just like one of those. You're like,
Right?
no.
To like keep the bullets from coming through. I just thought that was really cool.
well, we're seeing a level of control with the characters that they didn't have before. I'm
They've
not
been
sure if you guys can
practicing.
hear this. Hydra is circling overhead. The guys in the room
They
said
know
you
we're
guys couldn't
here.
hear it, but it is really loud.
They've been practicing.
They have been practicing. We kept hearing, Lincoln's been training. We know Joey was at whatever the S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy is now, but it's paying off, and this opening sequence was great and showed that.
Yeah.
I also, this is another state of the team, and I think it just kind of shows Fitz and where his mind is at. He's so much more confident in his abilities. Just he's putting together this essentially like a smoke bomb, but if it backfired, they'd all go blind.
Yeah, he's like,
But he has no
seal
qualms
should
about
work.
doing it. He just does it, and he knows it's going to work.
Well, he was literally he channeled his inner MacGyver.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to MacGyver this stuff right now, and if we all go blind, well, who cares? And he did it, and ultimately it worked out. Because if it didn't work, then, that
I
would have
almost
been
feel like it was a
horrible
joke,
episode.
though. Like, he was joking to Mac, because Mac's like, is this going to work? And he's like, oh, if it doesn't, it can go wrong. And he just stamps on his foot and goes. It's like, no hesitation? No, do you want to talk about this? I mean...
Well, I think the whole thing is, though, if he didn't do it, they were all going to die anyway.
Very possible, but at the same time, it's like, is there another idea? Can we do something else?
They are locked in a room with only a few chemicals.
Yeah, that's it.
And this was their choice.
And a paperclip and duct tape and a Swiss Army knife.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
See, could have built a tank.
Could have built a tank.
According to MacGyver rules. I'm just saying.
Amazing.
So, I think all-around great episode. So far with the team dynamics. The first half with the team dynamic was great, because then we're back in the base. And we get the greatest pickup line from Mac, in my opinion, where she's like, they're talking, and he's using Spanish, and she's using English, and she's like, oh, your Spanish is great. He's like, all secret agents have to learn Spanish. like this is...
That's what we do.
Mac is just...
It had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with you.
And he was just going with the Spanish,
He's
too,
so,
I was like, congrats,
charming.
Mac.
He just speak at all times to me.
He
in
has...
whatever language that you want.
Him and Fitz, I think, have developed and grown the most as characters on the show, at least this season. And I think a lot of people were worried about Bobby and Hunter leaving, but give me Fitz and Mac all day, because they...
I mean, shotgun axe, and then cynical jokes or whatever, MacGyvering things. Who would say no to that?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm in. I mean, and they were bros back when Simmons was undercover. They were bros.
That's right.
So, they are my new buddy cop show.
Yes.
Fitz
I'd watch
Mac.
that.
It's like,
It's Mac.
yeah, it's like,
watch that
is it like an Irish cop show or something? No. It's the two coolest agents in S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'd watch it. It's on my DVR list.
With cameos by Ming-Na.
Oh.
Mulan will come in every once in
No,
a
she'll be
while.
like the chief, like
She'll be in charge.
Fitz, Mac, get in here! I've got the mayor up my butt. I've got yada yada yada. You know how they do those things, She'll have a mustache for no reason, and balding around here for some reason.
Because the chief always has the
Exactly.
So they're back in the base,
so funny.
and like you said, they captured Gideon Malik.
Yeah.
And he clearly, like, he may have been like, oh, no, don't capture me. Get me the hell out of here.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he's like, yeah, I'm not really sure what my job is here or if I'm going to be fired, and by fired I mean killed. So, yay.
But that begs the question, he knew what his death was going to be. I guess he saw his.
Yeah.
With that being the case, he said he did.
Yeah.
And we saw pieces of it, we just didn't know.
So he knew he was walking into his death.
No.
I think he didn't get, he just saw himself kind of dying, and with the blood everywhere, and in his mind, that looked like what had happened to other people.
other people,
Exactly.
so
That's why he thought it was Hive this whole time.
I think he misinterpreted what it was.
Okay.
And he thought maybe he was going to be able to get away. Maybe his destiny or fate had been changed. He didn't know, but he's there, and he had no problem singing like a jailbird. He's like, he's like, yeah, oh yeah, sweet revenge. Revenge is great. But let me tell you, brought back a god or devil. So killing him.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, you guys are in trouble.
No, but he killed my daughter, so I'm all for my last hurrah being with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Like,
Never thought it
That's
would be.
it.
This
Okay.
definitely felt like let me tell you about the last 60 years of bad choices I've made.
he was in therapy.
He was.
He had the sand tray. He was just setting everything up. He was
I feel like
pulling his
Coulson's
little
like-
pieces and being like, Coulson, tell me why I think this way subconsciously.
And Coulson's like, stop it, just tell me how to beat him.
I don't care.
Your brother?
Look at
I
my
don't-
dead picture.
Right? Oh, God.
There's a lot of stuff I would only know if I
Lies.
had watched a show about us. So you either need to fill in the details or just get to what's important.
Exactly. But I was actually really hoping to see them team up, and I don't get that now.
Oh, Malik and...
And I'm real sad about it, because I thought, what a great pair. However, well, okay, because obviously in my head, how this is going to go, they're going to team up, they're going to go after Hive. If they win, then obviously Malik is going to like flip on him and become evil again. Right? That's how it's going to roll.
That's usually how those things work.
yeah, exactly.
I was
And
never a
just,
good
like,
guy.
I just wanted to
And then Hive
see
killed him.
that happen. And now I don't get to see that happen. That's fine.
Oh, well.
Whatever.
I was actually a little impressed with the significant amount of overkill Daisy put into it.
Jeez.
She thoroughly crushed all of his internal organs.
Yep.
And then I have to,
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, right?
if you're watching this, you've already...
You should have watched the show.
You should have watched the show.
Yeah.
But I have to believe that like Hive, Ward knew that deepest, darkest desire of Daisy to kill Malik because of because she essentially he brought back Hive, Ward, whatever in her mind that thing is. But so letting her then blow him up.
Jeez.
To cover her tracks.
I mean,
I
yeah,
thought about that
wasn't-
because then like an autopsy on him would be like, wow, he was seismically crushed.
Yeah. From the inside out. I think
Yeah.
they would have put it together a lot sooner.
Possibly, but things moved very quickly after that.
Things
So,
escalated
I mean,
very
very
quickly.
Fitz and Simmons were in no condition to perform an autopsy, so
Oh no, they were snuggling and in love.
and half blowed up.
That
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It's fine.
They were
It's
canoodling.
fine.
It's fine. Then they went and sat on a couch.
So,
cuddled.
I guess
people
the here's where I need you guys to speculate.
Okay, I'm ready.
Who takes over after the agents eventually, because we know what'll happen, defeat Hive? Who's the next head? Who's the down the totem pole? Is it someone we haven't met? Because the previous head of Hydra, I mean, there was that council, but
Yeah.
there was no one in there by name that was, I mean, no one was really named, but nobody there seemed like a big name actor that you would get to kind of take that leading role. Or is after
Right.
this, are we done with Hydra?
Ooh.
Are we finally done with Hydra after Hive?
I'm
Two things.
Uh-oh.
deferring.
Two things. One, Ward or Squid. Are we still going
Squidward?
with Squidward? Squidward did say Hydra has evolved. So, I mean, we don't know how far or how much. We don't know if it's going to be another secret team or something that's been in the comics that we're probably going to deal with, or if the Bring Back Bethany hashtag is, blowing up or whatever.
mean,
Maybe
it was doing
Madam
well.
Hydra shows up. Just saying. These are what I think. That's all.
So I think what you're really saying is hashtag bring back Bethany.
Bring
Yes.
back Bethany. That's the for me since I only watch the show, I don't really know anything about the Inhuman comics or anything that this show is based off of. I'm either gonna go with Bring Back Bethany, which is my dream, or that's the dream, or I think it's just gonna be someone brand new that we don't know.
Just like I'm just the head of Hydra. I was the second in command,
Yeah.
stationed at another
Maybe we'll meet them.
rich white guy house.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe we'll meet them in the movies.
Ooh.
If
In
only.
the movies.
If only.
I mean, yeah, if it does, it could. It could happen in the films where all of a sudden they're there just for a moment, real quick, and then later we'll see them going throughout the show.
And we'll go, ooh, that guy.
You two and your wishful thinking, it's adorable.
You told me to speculate.
I did,
Sitwell
and
was
I
on
love
both.
how optimistic you are that
Thank
they
you.
will actually play nice. So, again, I guess if you haven't seen the episode, spoilers, but Hive was controlling an Inhuman this week.
Yeah.
That was the mystery. That was kind of my frustration of this whole mind control thing. But
Yeah. And Malik dropped that bomb.
oh yeah,
He was like, hey, just so you know, this
and
is
I'm
what
being
happens.
totes honest here.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know this.
But so Daisy, after all of the whole who is it and Lincoln, who totally has he totally has an anger issue.
Just a little one. It's okay.
It's slightly justified now. I mean,
Sand tray therapy.
what-
I just think he knows it. I mean, I mean, we don't know what the how much they actually are still in control, or how much, if they even know they're under control. But
Right.
I'm assuming they know when they're under control. I'm assuming.
I'm assuming.
So I think he definitely overreacted, and they had to play that up, obviously.
Yeah.
For the episode.
Because he's been kind of like the scapegoat a lot, or like people automatically blame him for things. So he's at the point where like, no, I've proven myself to you. Why do you now think it's me? I think he was justified in his like automatically going to the defensive side.
Yeah. Well,
I agree. I think he went super. They had him go super. I'm powering up a little too quickly. He went super Lincoln a little too fast, maybe. But you know, I get it. He was being framed. Daisy was framing him.
And he was a really good red herring.
He was the best possible red herring.
I think making it Yo-Yo or Joey would have been super weird.
It would have.
You know.
Yeah.
No, I would have not liked that.
nah.
I don't think it would have made as big of an impact if it had been either one of them besides Lincoln and or who it ended up being.
Daisy. Yeah. No, I agree. But that flashback reveal.
Man.
I liked it.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Traumatizing, but great.
That's traumatizing.
It's like, oh, okay. that just happened. Did everyone else see that? That just happened.
Yeah,
That
she
was
just
real.
like turns and he's there and he's like, right? Is that what you're
Can I see that
talking about?
again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I see that
One of
again?
the creatures go into her eyeballs and her mouth. It's just like,
It's like you go to the beach and you get sand everywhere. She got it everywhere in the face. It was like
in the face. Yeah. No, it was
Yeah,
creepy.
yeah,
And then it
yeah.
flashes right to where you're like, I'm coming for you, or whatever she said.
Oh yeah. That was
But
really quick.
Here's the thing. And this goes back to one of the complaints I think we've all had with the show is that nobody else works for S.H.I.E.L.D. When Daisy, who's been training to be an agent, training to learn to use her powers, also programmed the security system for the entire base. They need to let her whole super hacker thing go.
Oh, you think so?
I mean, she can still be a super hacker,
Yeah.
but programming the entire security system for their base would have taken ages. I mean, for one
Yeah.
person to do that alone.
Suspension of disbelief.
No. This is real. This has to be real because I've gone out and bought too much fish oil. This has to be real. I need superpowers.
You gotta suspend your belief a little bit, Brian.
I suspended every time I plopped down
And you
that
know,
bottle
this
of
is
fish oil.
season 3. We're almost, 3/4 of the way through season 3? She's just been doing it from season 1. So she's had 3 years.
Okay.
That's suspending a lot of disbelief.
That's just
But
what I'm
before
gonna go
that,
with.
she was the
I don't
rising
even know what the
tide or
timeline
something,
actually
right?
is on this. They take like 6 months at a time. How long has it been?
That's a good question.
Since the show started. If
People in the
anyone
chat,
knows
let
that answer,
us know, because that's,
I'm really curious.
yeah.
And use the hashtag AOSAS on the Twitters and social medias if you also know it.
Exactly.
Yes.
I saw it pop up, so I jumped on it.
Nice.
Because
You were smart, wasn't you?
I don't think they've given us a good timeline because there have been time jumps. But
Yeah.
So I'm just curious.
that would be good to know. So finally, state of the team at the end of the episode. We normally don't do one of these, but things have just gone to crap, and nobody trusts each other now. The May is barely walking around, even though she shouldn't be. Fitz and Simmons, they are now officially dooming themselves because they have a shred of happiness.
Oh yeah.
And
that's
they
right.
acknowledged it.
Yeah.
They
They did.
acknowledged
They
it.
actually did say it.
But where do we expect the team to go? I mean, we had the trailer for next week, but can Joey and Yo-Yo, will they ever trust the agents again? They had some pretty harsh opinions of them after this.
Yeah.
And
I mean, honestly, I think from a character evaluation, out of all the people, I think Yo-Yo will be the most understanding, which is weird to say, because I think she understands the gravity of the whole situation and what Hive can do. So I think that she'll understand and she'll kind of talk Joey back into it. In my opinion.
Yeah.
see, that's funny.
I don't think they're going away.
I thought Yo-Yo would actually be the one that would be more difficult to talk back in because of just the issues she had when we first met her with the local government and her brother.
Yeah.
I thought that was more of something to make it more difficult for her to trust the team. But
Okay.
we'll see, because I don't see them letting these two characters go away. They were so great. The visuals were so good on screen.
Absolutely.
And the characters are so fantastic. It's just I don't see them leaving. I don't see Mac giving up that easy either.
Oh, absolutely
Yeah.
not.
It's like,
He's
wait a
going to
minute.
turn on his Mac-alicious charm, and he's going to bring her back. It's going to be fine.
I mean, yeah. Why would you leave when
He's going to
Mac's right
apologize
there?
to her. He's going to apologize, and they're going to explain everything, and it's
It's going to be like a
And I
blessing.
think,
gonna say they
I think
have
the
to say Daisy.
explanation
They
makes
like
sense.
Daisy.
I think the
So-
explanation makes sense. It's like, we really didn't want to do this. We didn't want to hurt you, but there was no way for us to know.
We just need to, and they're letting them test them. Like, we saw them taking the blood out of Joey's neck so they can test to see if anyone else
Yeah.
is possibly being mind-controlled, possessed, whatever, by the blue cheese, as you called it.
Yes, it does. It did look like blue cheese in his head.
So with that, since they're being cooperative in that way, I think that they're just going to be around and they're going to try and figure out, how do we save her? How do we change this? What do we do? And I think that might lead us into that whole Lash Hive thing.
We will see. But we are going to take a quick break right now, so stay tuned. Throw those questions out in the chat.
I'm on it.
Use that hashtag AOSOS. AOSAS? I don't know.
AOSAS.
There it is. We will be right back with your Twitter and chat comments.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live. In case you missed it live.
Oh, you'd want to take the time travel the whole way back.
How did we not figure that out?
We had a crazy vampire threesome.
And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like,
How did you get here? No. Look at me. I'm dancing.
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes.
He was like, yeah, I'll tell you whatever you want.
He is quite something.
and we're like, inseparable. She was shadier than Sunglass Hut with Ray-Bans on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it wasn't. So come on.
You just went to a totally different direction on that.
When a billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
Hold the phone,
Hold on.
bro.
I found her to be deliciously out of control.
Oh man, looking forward to this fight.
Ooh, they about to get together. Watch, it's about to go down.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
She just slapped the crap out of Nick.
And he's just
It's so good.
You can't count anything out. Look at you. It's been another awesome night at the Stream.tv,
It's always
guys.
awesome.
Thank you for joining us, you guys.
Yes.
We love you.
Welcome back, guys, and we are here now with your questions and comments. First, we're going to jump to Twitter. So what do we have in the Twitterverse?
Well, in the Twitterverse, first I have #MillClashBrook, hashtag Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, LOL, I love how the bad guys have a red carpet in their hideout. The henchmen walk around saying, high fashion.
High fashion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because while we were watching, I remember looking at the logo and thinking to myself, do they literally, like, does Hydra spend money on an art direction team? Like, are they like, all right, guys, I need this kind of look in this room, because without it, I don't have the evil juices flowing. I need something to happen.
It's all about branding, man. You know, if you want a real evil organization, you gotta brand it, because otherwise it's just...
Gotta have a logo.
I don't feel you're trying.
I don't feel that you're trying.
I feel like you're upset, but not evil. This logo doesn't scream evil.
Okay.
Do they sell T-shirts and keychains, water bottles, mugs with your name on them?
Get your Hydra wear. Get your Hydra wear here. Like literally, just handing it out.
Get your name on the polo.
Get your name on the polo. You can get a cool little name badge with the Hydra symbol, and it'll be in like whatever language Hive actually speaks.
They have a store on Zazzle, so.
Zazzle.
We got more on Twitter, but make sure to use that hashtag,
great.
and we will be responding to you guys all week. Hashtag AOSAS. What else you got?
Another one, I have Han draw stuff. And this one, that Han draw stuff.
Oh my goodness.
My
Get
God,
it together.
this is so horrible. All right, anyway, so help me if Daisy does anything to Fitz next week, I will cry. Just leave him alone. Which I agree with.
Yep.
I agree. They did foreshadow their own doom and gloom.
And this is if you didn't see the teaser, there was a an ad. You know, it's the coming up, and it's the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just let them.
This goes into that theory.
Just let it happen. This is not a soap opera. We don't need to tear them apart at all times. Actually, technically, it is a nighttime soap opera. But whatever.
Don't make fun of my stories.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not making fun of your stories. I watched this story too.
I'm just saying, from the beginning, we melded their names. We shipped them way long ago and gave them Fitzsimmons. Let's let it actually happen.
The show shipped them for us. It's like, we have packaged this for you. This is someone you need to ship. And we are going to make it so difficult for you. Every season, something's going to happen where you're going to yell at us, but keep shipping them. We promise it'll pay off.
It will.
And it pays off, and then no, tear them apart.
Yeah.
So
it's like definite death.
Unless they're going to get finally something great from the universe, a different alien species is going to come down and be like, hey, we've been watching. I'm a watcher. You guys have had it rough.
I'm a watcher.
Here's a spaceship so you guys can just leave.
Sorry about it.
So, what else you got?
This one is
ridiculous.
One of the best ones. I love it right off the bat. Johan Casal says, aren't you a spy? Learn Spanish. Best line of the episode. And I completely agree. That was Yo-Yo's mic drop.
Yeah,
right there.
it was.
She was just like, there. That was it.
No, what I also loved about Yo-Yo and Joey's characters was that we have 2 Hispanic people speaking Spanish that aren't related, and it's just like, this is life in an elevator,
and they're not
it
in the
doesn't
obligatory
even matter.
relationship.
There's no obligatory relationship.
They're just characters.
Yeah, they're just people. One of them happens to be gay. Who cares? That's life. Everyone is everything.
That's what I loved. That's what I really did love about that.
So
That was like,
brilliant.
Hey, this is the world, and now let's live in it. That was it. It was just, that's exactly how it should be.
Well, and even looking at Joey, when they say, "Oh, there's so much for us to do now," you could see him get visibly upset that he wasn't going to be able to go back to his life, because you can see he's like, "Ooh."
Well, because I mean, he left
Yeah.
that guy sitting in the car. That guy's still waiting downstairs. Like, he's coming back down, right? I mean,
he'll be back.
Yeah, right. All right, I'll just wait. That's what's happening.
Like, I just want to see that guy. Can we just flash back to that
from his
guy?
point of view? Wow, that was a really low-flying, oddly militaristic-looking jet that just landed right over there where Joey went.
Which just made him even sexier.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
what happened.
It's like, so I love a man in uniform, right?
Secret agent, man.
What's going from the chat?
So there's a lot of talk about bring Bethany back. Yes. And they're all saying like we would love a female villain. Like Annabella James, I want a female villain. So, but if we don't get our dream, besides Madam Hydra, is there another female villain that we could possibly get?
Ugh.
You know, on one hand, it doesn't necessarily have to be Bethany because there have been multiple people to take the Madam Hydra or Viper name.
Okay.
There was actually, the character in the comics who shoots who we think Bethany is, and betrays Hydra to Leviathan. She was originally Madam Hydra, and then it gets passed on to Viper. So Ophelia. She was actually a love interest for Nick Fury.
Oh, interesting.
So possibly there. Also, we could get the. We had Baron Strucker's son, but he also has twins.
Yeah.
So they could come into play, and there's a son and a daughter. So we could get evil Strucker daughter.
Oh. I make noises because I don't have any other response to make.
There are possibilities. I will look into that. Put that question in the comments lower, and I will throw up some links to possible female villains.
Yes, in the comments after the show
after
is
it
done.
posts,
Because it makes the live chat go away, and it makes me sad because
there's good stuff
There's
there.
good stuff in there. I have someone who's correcting you, BT Dubs.
Oh, no.
Slim for 413RD, so 413th Road, I don't know. It says Daisy programs the security of the Inhuman pods, not the whole base.
Oh,
So
Is that okay?
I don't know. That's what they say. So if that's
I
correct.
concede if I am wrong. I will go back and watch, but if
Yeah.
I'm wrong, I apologize. Thank you for the correction.
And then we're going to go back to...
Not afraid to admit I'm wrong.
No.
The spaceship moment that we keep in the foreshadowness that wasn't in this episode. Same guy, so I'm going to... Hi, Slim. Maybe shooting Hive into space is the only way to kill him. Possibly. So could they... We have the sacrifice of someone and they shoot him away.
And then, like, jettison him into the cold, dark void of space?
Yeah, into a black
Hey,
hole.
you know, anything's
into...
possible. I don't know. I mean,
I'm just asking.
no, I mean that is definitely possible. You would not see a fireball inside the Quinjet then.
Okay.
If the Quinjet had
exactly.
opened and jettisoned Hive, because then there's no atmosphere and fire cannot exist in a vacuum like that.
True.
Okay.
But
Fair enough.
it's possible. I mean, they've shown he is essentially impossible to kill by any conventional means.
Yeah, exactly. So sending him out into space actually could be a really good one. Just
Yeah.
kind of, all right, and let him loose, float towards the sun, and die. Who knows?
That definitely has as much likelihood as Lash.
Heck yeah, that has.
It could be both of them.
Who
in
was
the Quinjet.
missing this whole time?
Yeah.
Where was he?
Busy.
Was he
doing
just
nothing.
captured and the earthquake happens and nothing? No?
They could have went to just a scene of him, like, huh, what's going on?
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's Lash now, so we don't have to have.
Blair Underwood?
Yeah, Blair Underwood
Yeah.
there. It's just Lash.
And then I want to do one more. Can I have one more?
Yes, you may have one more.
Okay. From Danny Myers. I'm going to go, if I said that wrong, I'm sorry. Do you all think that the orb thing that Daisy took for Hive is the Terrigen bomb from the comics?
Ooh.
I wish it was, because I love the idea of the Terrigen bomb, but I think they're going away from it just because they already have kind of seeded the earth with Terrigen and the Terrigen crystals and the
Exactly.
That kind of thing, yeah.
I kind of think it was just like maybe an inhuman incubator or an egg of some sort that, because of the nature of Hive and what he is as an inhuman, he's these parasites. So
Right.
it's possible that he was contained in that.
Oh, like maybe that's what he was trapped in forever. Like it's his genie, it's his bottle.
Maybe it is his bottle, it was his jail, or maybe...
Maybe it's the one thing that can kill him, what's ever inside of it.
Yeah, I mean, not to...
There are so many maybes.
So many maybes.
Not to bring up a DC property during a Marvel show, but in Man of Steel, you had the Codex, which had all of the genetic information of Krypton.
Oh, okay.
It could be something like this contains all of the scientific research and data on how the Inhumans were made.
Interesting.
And a part of that is that's what Hive was in, and since he is essentially considered the first Inhuman, or one of, he was contained in that as well. But
Could have something to do with Tahiti.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
Tahiti was
Just a
like
thought.
on a
It's
different
like
level.
brain
but
stuff,
Yeah,
that's
no,
where
just like
that's
any
just where I
idea,
went.
right? Because it's brain stuff. I get
Yeah.
it. But I think maybe it could be just like, I'm gonna go Harry Potter here, but you know how Voldemort broke himself into different pieces?
Horcruxes?
Horcrux.
Got you.
It could be a Horcrux. It could be where it's like it has a breakdown or just like a genetic coding of him, just in case he's like, all right, if I die, you know, hide this away.
There's a few little bits of
Yeah, a
me.
few
could come
spores that
back.
still carry on, and there's it.
Interesting.
And Danny, just to follow up on your question, because he's like, but why did she take the Terrigen crystals? Honestly, he wants an army.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that maybe he can control Terrigenesis. There is an Inhuman, the unnamed or the forgotten one.
Yes.
He could essentially use the powers of any Inhuman or
And he can control them all.
around them, and he can control them. So maybe they're going to tie into that character somehow, and the more Inhumans he has around that have powers, maybe the stronger he gets.
Yeah.
All of these things are possible, but we want to know what you guys think.
So much is happening.
Let us know in the comments, especially once the episode posts. Don't save all your good questions. Save them for then. Also,
Then we can see them.
Yeah. Also, talk to us throughout the week using the hashtag AOSAS.
Hey.
And again, follow us at the places we're at. You can find these two, Daniel and Sarah, over at the hashtag show. Plus, hit up their Twitters, and I am over at Good Nerd Bad Nerd,
Yeah.
and my Twitter is there as well. So, guys, thank you so much.
Oh, it's gone.
And hashtag Bring Back Bethany.
Yes.
Is that we're still doing
Still
that?
closing with that.
Yeah.
We still want that. So
Back Bethany.
until next week, hashtag Bring Back Bethany, and hashtag AOSAS. Good night, guys. We'll see you next
Bye.
week.
Right.